And I think we're live. Um, all right, so hello everybody. I don't have any music or anything going on because I don't really expect this to be too long of a thing. But we do have a severe thunderstorm warning issued for Athens right now and two pairs of supercells um, with very broad rotation near Rogersville right now. This is moving east southeast pretty fast. Here's your possible circulation. At one point, it was looking pretty strong, but it was just going through a phase. So I'm keeping an eye on this right now. I don't really know exactly what's going to happen with it, but we will definitely see. You also have another severe thunderstorm warning over here for Huntsville. This is the only two cells, I mean, other than that one up there, but these are the only two cells in the Tennessee Valley right now. So, you know, that's what's going on here right now. Okay, so super res velocity. Let's look in here. You still have broad rotation going through. Nothing too tight and nothing too hard to indicate rotation, but here's your broad rotation. The rotation would be going in this direction. So that would be south of Athens. That would go towards Tanner. The storm itself looks to have shrunk, not necessarily weakened, but it has shrunk. It doesn't look like it's really going to impact. If it does keep on going, maybe eventually it impacts places like Clements, Tanner, Mooresville, kind of that southern part. But then again, I think what's happening now is it's going through where the last storm was. So there's not that much instability to really go off of. But there sure is some helicity. In fact, I'm going to go look at the mesoscale, see if there's any real helicity in front of this. Let's see here. Very active day in the eastern side of the country when in terms of weather. Surface Space Cape, we have plenty. Helicity. Where are you? Okay, not that much helicity. But shear, some pretty good shear. But helicity, not too much. I will say that there's a little bubble, a little to the northeast or the northwest. But that helicity will increase over time, and especially as that line approaches. So I think tonight we will have a bigger tornado threat than we do right now, but still keeping a close eye on this. This is the supercell itself has gotten pretty small, but I'm not really sure if that really means anything. So I'm gonna still keep a close eye on it. This stream right now is just in case, say there was a tornado warning, and I would already be on top of it. It's going through cycles. It's doing its thing. The one over in Huntsville seems to be bowing out a little more. So there's good news in terms of it would just be straight line wind damage, but not necessarily tornado or tornadic or whatever. Okay. Also, let's see if the European 18Z is starting to come out. It is not. There's also another severe weather threat. Okay, that looks like they allowed the severe thunderstorm warning to expire in Huntsville, so that's good. So Huntsville's out of the woods, or at least for right now. You're still going to have strong winds, but I don't really think it's not a severe thunderstorm. Obviously, the National Weather Service says so. So, yeah, broad rotation. This is still going to go into Tanner, unless this thing strengthens crazily. I think this thing should wind down a bit. While I'm here and while there's people watching, there's a chance of a significant severe weather event here Easter. There's a lot of questions though, and I share the same questions as a lot of people do in terms of this. What? Okay, so I'll go ahead and say something about it right here. Okay, so basically right now there is, let's see if you can see anything on radar from over here about it. Kinda. Alright, whatever. So let's just throw the radar up here. Here's the country. Right now, there is a big bunch of energy over here. That's the low pressure system. That thing has been sitting there for a good bit, And it's going to sit there until it starts to rotate this way. Meanwhile, a big old trough from the north is going to come and essentially snag this thing and shoot it that way. So setting up kind of a jet stream kind of feature that kind of plows through here, somewhere in here. So, but here's the issue. Okay, here's the question. All right, since the trough bends down and gets that pressure and swings it up the nation, the question is, let's see, because like the pressure or the energy is going to be somewhere in here. So if it continues go this way, it'll start to go negative tilt, which gives better amplitude and dynamics for us. That means it would go like that to provide an opportunity for a severe weather event. The models are pretty consistent on negative tilt, but the thing is, could this be what you call maybe double barrel low, triple barrel low? It's not just one straight low pressure with a cold front, a warm front, and an obvious severe weather threat in the warm sector. It's not like that. What happens in this kind of situation, you have a low pressure that's kind of the main one that will go swinging across, and that's the center of let's say the jet stream is where those arrows are. Before that can even happen, another one is shot through the jet stream, and that provides rain, and a soaking rain, to, let's say, this part right here. So right immediately after that low pressure system, the main one, kind of comes through after one of the lows have already come through, and maybe there's another low right here. Who knows? So you have these very low, like individual low pressure systems. Here's the question about that. Will these low pressure systems put enough convection to the point where it cuts everything off? Right now it's looking like yes, but you can't really predict a severe weather event when you are 5 days out. It's day 5 right now on the SBC Outlook. You can't really determine whether or not certain things are going to happen. Of course, dynamics are really what you need to focus on this long out, and dynamics certainly do support a significant severe weather event on Easter. But the concern would be, are we going to have something, like a bit of convection, let's say right there, to kind of, foul things up, or I say foul things up, it would be a good thing for us because it would block, all the cape or instability from getting here. So, the question for Alabama, at first, you're thinking, when this is first on the table, the low pressure system was kind of right here. Eventually, now the main low pressure system is in, here, moving up towards St. Louis. So here's the question for Alabama, and really the Deep South. It kind of depends on what the convection is going to be. Is this going to be an event that's, again, going to focus right here, which is where it's been focusing for so long? We've had so many consecutive events where it's just been right there. Is it going to be right there, or, and the European favors this, is it going to be somewhere right here? And I'm going to go ahead and say this. This is kind of big for me to say this. If there is little to no convection and we get the instability that we need, and the European is right with the low pressure being somewhere up here, and there's just great wind fields all through here, I do think with the Cape, this could be one of the most significant severe weather threats we've had in the last 7 years. So that includes, well, I wouldn't say 7, 6. Since 2014, we have not had a significant severe weather event, but I do think that if there's the sufficient amount of Cape, this could be our first one. There's my honest prediction with you. Now let's go back to this. It still looks pretty broad. Let's see if the supercell itself has widened. Not really. I mean, you have the anvil kind of. So it's about to start raining here. It's not going to be necessarily severe thunderstorm because the real hail core is going to be over Ripley in a couple seconds. But I will say, you see that little appendage right there. Okay. So you see the appendage where, you know, inflow notch, of course, going around. So you have basic fundamentals for a supercell, but you don't really, it's not really shown on, okay. So not looking awful. I think we're going to be fine here. Yes, William, it is a trail shirt. Since when was this going to be a bad day? It was supposed to be a bad day for a while now. Well, not a bad day. We are under an enhanced risk, and I might have to stream tonight, to be honest with you. Basically, here is the enhanced risk today. Athens, you know, the northern counties of Alabama, just barely in here. That's enhanced. The rest is slight, basically, for the state. Maybe, oh boy, maybe down to like maybe down to like there. I hope y'all can see that. You can't. Cool. Anyways, I don't know. South of Montgomery is where the slight risk stops. And then it's marginal risk and then thunderstorm. Duh. Okay. So, okay. There actually does seem to be maybe, see that you have more lightning right there. I'm still going to keep an eye on it. That's definitely a hail core. I would bet that there is some pea-sized hail or so. I don't exactly know what the warning said in terms of size of hail, so let me try to find a tab where I can look that up. Let's see. What in the world? Sorry, I totally got distracted. That was the stupidest thing I've ever read in my entire life. I apologize. I haven't been paying attention to SBC because of the demonetization virus. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it has not been too swell. Okay, I can't tell, really. Okay, let's look at the SBC. Actually, it wouldn't be. It'd probably be Huntsville, wouldn't it? Huntsville's right here. Yeah, penny-sized hail, which is actually not that. That's pretty big hail. Yeah, you can see that hail core. Goodness. Let's look back at the rotation. There might be a little something right there on Highway 72. But here's your hail core, and okay, it's not showing great on this run, but you know your hail core is going to be right there. So that's I think that's near the Ripley intersection. So there's your hail core. We're going to keep on watching the rotation. If that keeps on strengthening, then they might issue a tornado warning. So got to the outdoor siren at Highway 251 and McNee Road in Limestone County is out of service. Please download the 48 weather app. Okay, but we don't care, right? Because we don't pay attention to sirens. We get warnings in other ways because sirens are not the best way to get warnings. I know it saves lives, but it's not the best way to do things. It's really not. Life changes. Why is that on my head? Let's see if again European. I'm sorry. This is also happening at a time where the European sometimes starts the 18Z. Okay, they are starting the 18Z. All right, Grandma just texted. It is hailing. Yep. So it is hailing in Ripley. One side of the rotation is strengthening. So there is your hail core. Okay, Span. You know what? That is the best compliment anybody could give me. Thank you for calling me Span. Anyways, so there's your hail core circled there. Rotation's also going to be basically in there. So that is moving in this direction. Very broad rotation, but also basically just the hail core. I thought that was the picture for the hail. Let's see. Okay. Still moving east southeast. Pretty fast too compared to what we usually see. That looks like a new run or new refresh, new update. Yeah, okay. All right, now you're starting to see a little bit of red. So there is your circulation, broad circulation that's going southeast. Oh my gosh. Sorry, this is probably not showing. There we go. Right? Yeah. This is going southeast. This direction here. That's still just looking a little questionable. The hail didn't cover the ground. Sorry, updating my grandma. Sue me. So it did get a little tighter, and it's staying in place. Looks like that was a rapid refresh. So right there would be your possible circulation. That is again going in this direction. It's moving to the south of Athens right now. See if that matches up. It kind of does. Yeah, okay. It's still broad, though. I don't really expect them to issue a tornado warning just because it's so broad. But still, nevertheless, you need to pay attention to it. If you're in Anderson, Rogersville, I would say Clements now. You're basically in the all clear. It is again it's continuing to go southeast. Waiting for another refresh here. See if they're saying anything on Twitter. This is still an active weather day. Very active. The severe weather or the severe thunderstorm warning. Severe thunderstorm watch has been canceled for all of central Alabama. Also, there's a winter storm warning for Maine. That's exactly what we need for the coronavirus. Christian's calling me. He hung up. Oh, wow. Very weird looking thunderstorm. It's sunny behind this thunderstorm. That's very interesting. Wall cloud, Christian says. Let's FaceTime him, if that's true. Wall cloud? What do you mean wall cloud?
There's a wall cloud.
Let me see.
No, it's not. It's not there.
What?
I can't see it because my view is blocked by the trees. I can't see it because my view is blocked by the trees, but hold on. I saw it on Twitter, but
Saw it on Twitter?
yeah.
It is rotating. By the way, you are on stream right now.
Oh, I am? Oh, that's dope. I don't know. The trees are blocking my view, so I can't see exactly where the rotation's pointed.
You're right. Well, that could be Scud,
I don't know.
and that is pretty far.
That looks pretty far down, doesn't it, though? It doesn't look like it's...
I mean, it's definitely signs of a broadly rotating thunderstorm.
I can't tell where I'm supposed to look for. I'm looking out my window and I see directly, like I'm pointing directly where it should be.
Well, I've circled it now on the stream. Um, let's see. So that's more on the back edge of it, which I guess kind of can make sense. Um, Christian, you're gonna take more of a hit than I am with this.
I'm not gonna be anywhere close to it.
Well, I mean, not the tornado, just the severe thunderstorm part.
Oh yeah. Still, I'm not gonna get much of it. Maybe some
Watch
rain.
for the hail core. I think you'll be north of the hail core, but
Oh, yeah,
you
much
could
north.
get it.
Unless it goes straight east.
There
for some
is
reason.
a very small and tight, broad rotation. So,
Those are two different things.
still watching that. Those are two different things.
I'm gonna take a time lapse of it and see if I see any rotation, like in the base.
Ye- Yeah. Okay. It was pretty when it was kind of near Rogersville. It
Yeah.
was looking very strong.
Phonetic, you'd say?
Well, yeah. There for a second. I was like, wow, and then it kind of dialed down.
Maybe
It's
sideways.
still trying to get its act together, but it doesn't really have enough ingredients around it.
This is still untapped air, isn't it?
It technically is where it is right now. It's technically untapped.
Yeah. Well,
But the atmosphere is gonna re-strengthen, I think, before the storms come in tonight.
I see the shells probably coming in. Oh, that sucks. I guess I can't see the wall front. I guess I couldn't see it to begin with.
Yeah, the Cape values are not going to be affected by this. It doesn't look like.
The rotation has completely died out.
Maybe in this one because it's starting to bow out. Yep, it's starting to bow out more. So it looks like the circulation is starting to bow out instead of circulate. So that'll be more of a damaging wind threat. So it would be the main part of this with the hail core and everything would be moving south towards Tanner and Mooresville.
I say Miss Tanner.
Well, in that direction.
Yeah.
Not looking for specifics, just abroad. It'll probably pass to the north of Decatur unless that bottom part, strengthens up. We got a new tornado watch, including the county to our north. So this is
Next.
tornado watch number 92. This includes counties north of Limestone and Lauderdale. So I'm guessing that's where the line is going to form. So later tonight, I don't think that will be under a tornado watch, though we could, but I would probably think it would be a severe thunderstorm watch. But there definitely is another tornado watch just to our north. That includes
Think we're next?
Memphis.
Yeah, rain's kicking up. It was being supercellular for like a few seconds.
It was. It was. I mean, it's still a mini supercell right now. It's just going through the dying stages.
I was eating. I missed it. I probably got a much better view if I came up like maybe 10 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
Okay, so yeah, it looks like there's like a southern edge of the storm that's trying to form along with it.
Do you think I'll choke out this one?
Oh no, it's way too small. It's just gonna feed into it. I mean, so I think Athens is out of the woods here for now. We still have another round tonight that we'll have to deal with, but you still do have that damaging wind threat for southern Limestone County heading towards Mooresville. If anything crazy starts happening, I will definitely. They're saying roll. Okay, you're getting reports right now, or at least I am. Rotating wall cloud looking northwest from Decatur.
I got another picture for you. Want to see it?
He's right. That does look like a wall cloud.
There's another picture. I'm about to send it. There you go.
Yeah, that's the one that I got.
Wow, that is. Yeah, I could have seen it like 15 minutes ago.
I think this was earlier. But if you're looking northwest, I don't see an opportunity, honestly, where that would happen. And the sky is orange right now. That's cool. 2 minutes ago, he says, all right, I'm going to say I'm watching it. Don't know here.
Alright, I'm gonna eat and then I'll call you back.
Okay.
Alright, bye.
Bye. Guys, I do think that the best... Okay. You do have a Boeing segment now. It is a lot less of a tornadic type look. And that's going to keep on moving southeast. So the tornado threat seems to be diminishing. However... if you're still in any of these areas, you need to keep on watching it. But I was just doing that, A, to give you an update about Sunday, B, to watch that storm because I did think that there was a genuine chance that, well, you know, something like that happened. So, let's see. I'm watching the new model runs come in from the European for Sunday, and I know this won't reach all the way to Sunday, but it gets close enough where I can see it. So the storm has now moved to the south. I think that we are fine now. I'll end the stream. If I do have to come online tonight, I definitely will, and I will have fun doing it. So I'll see you guys later.